So today I am going to discuss the another data structure, that is queue. Queue is also a linear data structure, and this is the last data structure we are going to discuss. We already discussed the array, linked list, stack, and the fourth one is queue. We all have experienced in our daily life that, suppose you are going to in your mess. Suppose students have the experience of uh, going in mess, they join a queue, and the student come first, serve first. So that's why it is also known as, queue is also known as first in, first out, that is FIFO. So I would like to discuss firstly the basic concept, then some operation, and at last the array implementation of a queue. So what is a queue? A queue is like a line of people waiting for a bank teller, or just like I gave an example of your student's mess. The queue has a front and rear. Rear is the point where you can enter, and front is a point where you can exit. So in queue, insertion is done at one point and deletion is done at another point. So it is a contrast, you can say, as we had with stack. इन स्टैक एक ही पॉइंट से इंसर्शन और एक ही पॉइंट से डिलीशन होता है, लेकिन क्यू में एक पॉइंट से इंसर्शन होगा और दूसरे पॉइंट से डिलीशन होगा. सो एज आई सेड, इट इज फर्स्ट इन एंड फर्स्ट आउट. एक एंड से देख रहे हैं, यू आर गेटिंग द इंसर्शन एंड अनदर पॉइंट यू आर डिलीटिंग. So here you can observe that A is inserted firstly and then it is deleted firstly. तो जो first आएगा वो first out होगा. So this is the basic concept of queue. It is a conceptual diagrammatic explanation. We will discuss all these operations. In queue means insertion, DQ means deletion, or you can say removing any element, creation of a queue, whether it is that given queue is empty or not, and the last one, the size, that is number of elements in the queue. So we will discuss one by one. We will discuss two type of implementation. First one, array, and second one, linked list. So we can implement this queue by using both data structure like array and linked list. So in our today's conversation, I will discuss only array, and in the next lecture, I will discuss linked list implementation. So the queue operation, as I said, now item must enter at the queue at the rear. It is usually called an in queue operation. So this is the queue you have. If you want to insert an element, then we say that operation as a in queue. And similarly, DQ for deletion. Suppose this is in the queue. If you want to delete, so we will say it is DQ operation. When an item is taken from the queue, it is always comes from the front. So for deletion, we choose front end, and for insertion, we use rear end. Now, I'm talking about the array implementation. A queue can be implemented with an array as shown in this figure. For example, this queue contains the integer 4 at front and 8 and 6 at rear. 4 and this 8 and 6. So you can see कि 4 जो है वो सबसे पहले इंसर्ट हुआ, उसके बाद 8 इंसर्ट हुआ और उसके बाद 6 इंसर्ट हुआ. So this and we will say front, and this and we will say rear. Why? Because from this end we are inserting elements. We are enqueuing elements. So from that end where we insert, we enqueue, we say that and rear, and another end is known as front. The deletion will be taken place at that end. So an array of integers to element a queue of integers. For simplicity, we have taken integer, but there may be any type data type of elements in the queue. So we can take a array, and conceptually we can assume that this is the rear end, this is the front end, and according to the concept of queue, we will do necessary modification and we implement enqueue and dequeue operation accordingly. Now, the easiest implementation also keeps track of the number of items in the queue and the index of the first element at the front and the last element at the rear. Suppose this is the array we are having for implementation of a queue. So 4, 8 and 6, this is the array in the last slide I talked about. So you can see front, the index of front is 0 and the index of rear is 2. So we will take 2 pointer. Pointer means variable which will keep track of the index of that array, so that for enqueue or dequeue operation we can use it. So 0 is the end for deletion, that is front. So front value will be 0 and rear value will be 2. So in this way we will maintain these front and rear. And definitely according to the size will be, we will calculate the number of elements by using front and rear. Now for a dequeue operation, when an element leaves the queue, size is decremented and fronts changes. Similarly for enqueue operation, the rear value will be incremented. So suppose we are deleting this 4. Suppose we are deleting this 4. Then now front value will be changed. So from 0 it will be 1. And size will be decremented, that is from 3 to size become 2. Okay. One thing more. Okay, I will discuss next. Now in queue operation, when an element enters the queue, size is incremented. Suppose if we are inserting in queuing this 2, so rear will be, in back slide you can see rear value is 2. So in the next slide it becomes 3. And what is the value of front and rear? Index. So mind it, value of front and rear is array index, not this value. Okay. So this 2 is inserted here. So the rear will be incremented from 2 to it become 3. And now at 3, this new element will be inserted. It will be in queue. And similarly, the size become 3. Now, there is a special behavior at the end of the array. For example, suppose we want to add a new element to this queue. Suppose this is an instance of a queue. Front is 3 and rear is 5. Front is 3, this one, and rear is 5, this one. Suppose we want to insert a new element, so definitely size become 3. Suppose we want to insert a new item, this 4. So after end of the list, this space is empty. So we can utilize it. And what we will do for that, we will assume that this array is circular. Again, I am repeating, we will assume that this array is circular. So after end of the queue, the element will be inserted in beginning. Okay. So the new element goes at the front of the array. So this becomes 4. So now the rear value will come from 5 to again circularly if we are assuming, then rear will become 0. So our queue starts from this 3 and goes on till end and then circularly to this beginning of the array. So the size become 4. So we will assume it circular. Now you can see this is the, suppose there are so many examples you can understand by this. I am discussing it a little bit fast. Suppose this is the list we have. We are inserted A, B, C. Here, mind it, we are assuming index initiated from 1. So ABC inserted, 1, 2, 3, ABC inserted. Now front is 1, rear is 3. I may use annotation so that it will be clear to you. Now, so front is 1, rear is 3. A, B, C inserted. Now A deleted. So A deleted from this place. So front will be 2 and no change in rear. In the same way, D and E inserted. So front will not change. Front will be same. Front is same. And rear, after D, it become 4. After E insertion, it become 5. Again, B and C deleted. B and C deleted. Then front will change. Front become 4. Rear is same. Now F inserted. So again, as I discussed, it will be circular. So F will be inserted at beginning. So rear become from 5 to become next 1. No change in front. Again D deleted. So front will be changed. Then G and H inserted. So after F, this G and H inserted here. So rear will become from 1 to 3. So rear is changed. Now E deleted, you can delete from this here. E deleted, so front is changed. Now F deleted, so here front become 2. So in this way, you can understand that by insertion and deletion operation is applied. Okay. Now, suppose we are using array for implementation purpose. So I am going to discuss the program for that. Suppose this is the function for insertion in queue. The name of function is queue insert. This is the array of which we are using for implementation. An element, front index, rear index, these two value, and the element item we want to insert. So if front is 1 and rear is n, if front is 1 and rear is n, that means कि फर्स्ट इंडेक्स पे भी एलिमेंट है और लास्ट इंडेक्स पे भी एलिमेंट है. सब हमने इसमें माना हुआ है कि इंडेक्सिंग 1 से n तक है. यदि आप सी प्रोग्रामिंग के हिसाब से कहें तो इट विल स्टार्ट फ्रॉम 0 टू n-1. So note it. So if front is equal to 1 and rear is equal to n, so that means queue is full. So it will simply print it overflow and return. यहीं से return हो जाएगा. एक और कंडीशन हो सकता है फुल होने का. वो क्या हो सकता है? If front is equal to rear plus 1. In previous example, suppose यहाँ पे सपोज यहाँ पे हमारे पास G ऑन H यहाँ पे हो गया था। सपोज यहाँ पे एक और एलिमेंट हम इंसर्ट करते I, तो यदि I इंसर्ट होता तो रेयर 3 से क्या जाता 4। तो अब देखें ये फुल हो जाता, और उस केस में हमारा क्या हो रहा है, फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू रेयर प्लस 1। तो इन दिस इज अनदर कंडीशन। बिकॉज ऐसा क्यों हो रहा है, क्योंकि हमने सर्कुलर माना हुआ है। तो फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू रेयर प्लस 1, इट इज अनदर कंडीशन। सो इस केस में ये ओवरफ्लो है और ये यहीं पे रिटर्न हो जाएगा। यदि ऐसा नहीं है तो एक अनदर कंडीशन हम चेक करेंगे कि क्या क्यू एम्प्टी है। यदि एम्प्टी है तो उसके लिए हम सिंपली चेक कर सकते हैं, इफ फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू नल देन सेट फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू 1 एंड रेयर इज इक्वल टू 1। क्योंकि एम्प्टी है तो दोनों की वैल्यू एक एलिमेंट के इंसर्ट होने के बाद 1 1 इंक्रीमेंट, फ्रंट भी A1 को पॉइंट करेगा और रेयर भी 1 को पॉइंट करेगा, क्योंकि एक ही एलिमेंट है। यदि ऐसा नहीं है, एल्स पार्ट, एल्स इफ रेयर इज इक्वल टू n। सर्कुलर हमने एज्यूम किया है लेकिन हमें इसे इंप्लीमेंट करना पड़ेगा, तो इसलिए इफ रेयर इज इक्वल टू n, तो हमारा रेयर क्या होना चाहिए, नेक्स्ट एलिमेंट इंसर्ट करने के लिए देन सेट रेयर इज इक्वल टू 1। This is the algorithm I am discussing. You can implement in C language very easily. So then set rear is equal to 1. Else यदि ऐसा नहीं है तो सिंपली रेयर में 1 इंक्रीमेंट हो जाएगा। इन जनरल केस रेयर इज इक्वल टू रेयर प्लस 1, और जो भी रेयर की वैल्यू होगी वहां पे ये आइटम असाइन हो गया, इंसर्शन हो जाएगा और यहीं पे रिटर्न हो जाएगा। सो इट इज अ सिंपल एल्गोरिथम फॉर अरे इन क्यू इम्प्लीमेंटेशन। Now for deletion, similarly, we will check same arguments. We will check if front is equal to null. यदि front null है मतलब empty है तो सीधी सी बात है कोई deletion नहीं होगा, then underflow and return. जिस एलिमेंट को हमें डिलीट करना है we are storing in a variable item. Then again we are checking whether we have just one element. डिलीशन के लिए हमारा स्पेशल केस होगा कि यदि एक ही एलिमेंट है तो वी विल चेक, यदि एक ही एलिमेंट होगा तो क्या होगा, फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू रेयर। सो इन दैट केस आफ्टर डिलीशन वी नीड फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू नल एंड रेयर इज इक्वल टू नल। सो वी विल असाइन इंडेक्स फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू नल, रेयर इज इक्वल टू नल। एल्स सर्कुलर चेक करेंगे कि यदि लास्ट में तो नहीं है, इफ फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू n देन सेट फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू 1। यदि लास्ट के बाद है तो लास्ट के बाद फ्रंट की वैल्यू आएगी 1 पे, दैट इज इन बिगिनिंग। एल्स जनरल केस फ्रंट इज इक्वल टू फ्रंट प्लस 1। तो सिंपली हम इस तरह से इंक्रीमेंट करके जो फ्रंट एंड रेयर है उसमें हम इंसर्शन और डिलीशन परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं। नाउ some observation regarding array implementation. It is easy to implement, but it has a limited capacity with a fixed array. So थोड़ा सा इसमें memory wastage भी है. You must use a dynamic array for an unbounded capacity because of memory. Special behavior is needed when the rear reaches the end of the array. That is we discussed. That is we have to implement it as a circular array. So it is all about the queue basic and array implementation of the queue. In the next lecture, I will talk about the linked list implementation also. So thank you. Enough for today.